A huge moo to the herd, and welcome back to our playthrough of Rise of Industry. We are still on Alpha 6.2, and if you may recall from our last episode, we had discovered that Mold now wants radio receivers. Now, radio receivers are a key component of the car prototype, and in my opinion, one of the more annoying ones. I'm just going to pause here for a sec. To produce. Now, I did some rough calculations, and it would appear to produce 2 radio receivers every 15 days is going to require 12 diode factories, 4 radio receiver factories, and 4 furniture small furniture frames. It's just furniture small on my spreadsheet. So furniture, let's have a look at our carpentry center. Furniture base small. That's going to require 4 wooden planks, and that produces 2 every, how many days? 30 days. So that's going to need to be, we'll call that 1 every 15 days then. Okay. So if I need 1 every 15 days, that means I'm going to need the 4 factories for furniture. So that's going to produce me 3. So let's just do... And I needed 1 every 15 days. So I'm going to need 2 planks. And then multiply that by 4. So I'm going to need 8 carpentry centers producing planks. Okay. Oh, this is going to be huge. And if I'm going to need 8, we're producing 4. So how many of that I'm going to need? 2 lumber mills, each with 4. I think that's about right. That sounds about right. Okay. Whew. Sorry, a bit of maths at the start of this one. Right, we're currently researching the radio receiver. The one thing I want to do is increase my harvesters. So I'm going to increase the land harvesters because we're going to need more land harvesters. And we're also going to need to do some more research. Just realised. In the carpentry centre for small furniture bases. Right, so that's all queued up now. Meanwhile, let's find some woodland. I wish there was some woodland nearby. Gatherers. I'm going to need 2 lumber yards. Now, I can make the planks and the small furniture bases all in this area, and that's what I'm going to do. So we'll just have you put it into top-down view. Zoom out a bit. Alright, so I want... Is that going to be enough? I think there are 2s, aren't they? Plus 1. Yeah, 1 there. And we'll spin that round so you touch there. 2, 3. And we'll pop another lumberyard down. Here, same deal. 1, 2, 3. That gives me my 2 lumberyards. Don't want dirt roads. Okay, and I think I worked out that I was going to need 8 to 4 to 2. So I'm going to need 8 carpentry centers. And I'm pretty sure I don't actually have access to those yet. I don't because I haven't done the research. So we're just going to let the lumber build up. It's not going to do anything apart from sit there. I want to take our top-down view out. I do need to increase the amount of copper, I think. If I'm right... Yeah, we need to be producing more copper because we're not getting enough copper wire in at the moment. So, and I'm going to decline that contract to Chillingham. Although I do think I've got plenty of glass. I do. I should have been so hasty. Well, we'll keep an eye for the next one. Right, so once our radio receivers are finished, then we'll get the logistics up and running. We're going to be sinking a lot of cash into just supplying for mold. Deliver 14 to Bridport. Decline that one as well. Clear that, and clear that. My truck should be now 25% faster, so that's good. But we are very short on copper. So as soon as that research is done, the better. Right, so we're going to build our furniture base small area around here. We want to make as many of those as possible. And then we'll be shipping them up into this area where we'll be making the radios and the diodes, because what we do is we'll expand out that way, expand around this back area here, so we can ship stuff out. We are going to need a lot of diode factories, which means we're going to need a lot more copper wire, a lot more glass. So we'll probably need to pop another mine in around about this area and just go along the back line there. Once that's all done, we'll hopefully have a really solid foundation for one of the key components of the car, and then we can look in future videos of building up everything else. So just now waiting for the radio receivers to be finished. It's taking its time a little bit. Oh, something just pinged. Oh, pay rise. That means my upkeep's gone up. For some reason, I'm not making as much money. Is that because of the research? No, I'm not selling enough shirts. That is why. Okay, that's annoying. Right, so truck depot 2 doesn't need that. I'm going to switch my coal mine off a little bit. Reason being is, unlike warehouses which have slots for goods, so you can have up to 99 slots of each good, truck depots and the like don't. They have just a... No, they do have slots. It just says slot capacity rather than total capacity. Ignore what I just said, because I'm obviously a numpty who knows nothing. So, I don't know why that was holding up. I've got plenty of water for berries, and I'm guessing that warehouse is now full of berries. It is. So it's just the dye which is causing things to slow down. And we did... Oh, was that 2 now? No, I'm supplying them. So 2 every 15 days, 2 factories producing 2 every 30 days. Interesting. I see where the problem is. So... No, I'm sure it was 2 every 15 days. I'm ever so slightly confused. Right, we're going to decline that one. Right, I don't know if it was 1 every 15 days when I set this up. I'll have to look back on the other videos. But now Chillingham wants 2 every 15 days. So if I... Yeah. So it must have been 1 every 15 days. So now I'm only producing 2 every 30 days instead of 4 every 30 days. So I'm going to need 3 additional light fabric production, increase my dye production, and increase the amount of summer clothes factories. Not ideal. And we're still going to make money, but not as much. So we're having to rely on our diodes at the moment. Go to my ironmongery. So we're fully supplying diodes, which is good. Let's add additional harvesters in place for this. And you should just be touching. you are. We'll connect these up. Doink. So we'll now have multiple harvesters producing copper. What do I do about the clothing? Does Chillingham need something else? They have a car parts store, but they don't want interior linings. Oh, that would have been nice. Because I could have converted this all to interior linings and would have been done. Do want car seats though. And that requires cotton and furniture bases. And that would make 1 million. Do I scrap what I'm doing? Let's see what we make from textiles. Textile factory. Interior linings. Now they need heavy fabric and cardboard panels. Heavy fabric requires dyes and leather and everything else. So that's not really going to be that great for us. Whereas seats, they just require furniture bases and cotton. And I could sell those for 1 million. 2 every 15 days. Do I have much in the way of woodland? None at all, but I could plant some forest along here. Is it worth switching the industry over in Chillingham? It may be. It may be. Again, car seats, another one of those ones that requires a lot of resources. Again, 16 furniture bases, 18 cotton. So we'd need to increase that to a lot more. Switch the plantations over to cotton as well. So I've got the farmland in place, so that would be fine. And then it would just be a case of planting enough of lumber and then planks and everything else. So this is a heck of a lot just to provide those two. Doesn't mean I couldn't produce it in here and then ship them out. I would need to scrap all of this though. But it would give me 2 million every 4 million every month. And again, contribute. Okay. Doable. Very much doable. Mold still hasn't got the car factory in yet. You're 1.4 million for that, and you're 1.08 million. God, sorry, 1.4 million as well. I was looking at the wrong one. Looking at chairs. Oh, decisions, decisions, decisions. Let's go crazy. Right. So, if I'm going to need 16 of these and 18 cotton, I've got 4, so I've got 16, so I'd only need to add 2 additional fields in to produce the cotton. We are going to need to be shipping the furniture bases to here. Lumber mills, I've got plenty of lumber there. Right. Sorry, 1 second. I don't like just being sitting here in silence, but there's a lot of thinking that needs to be done. That would clear that the old stereotype of being male and not being able to multitask seems to be holding true. It only needs 4, but I need 16 there. So I need to really produce it over in this area, which means I need lumber yards. Which means 16 planks. And planks are, right, let's go to you, go to you. So that only produces, when you paint it produces 3 when you need 4. So 4, 8, so that's what? If it's 1 lumber every 10 days, and I've got 5, so 5, 15 every 30 days. I'm going to need 16 plank factories. No. Sorry. This is probably worthy of being edited out, actually, because you're not really getting anything from this. Let's get our lumber yards in and planks put up. Gatherers. Lumberyard. Right. I'm going to need at least 15, 30, at least 2 lumberyards, I think. Grid mode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lumberyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from here, I want factories, carpentry center. To produce planks, I'm going to need apparently 16 of them. That's not what I wanted. Undo. And clear that piece of road. Right, where was I? Factories. Carpentry centers. Rotate. And producing planks, so we'll duplicate that and we'll pop it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to start off with. We'll connect these all up. Producing planks. And then round the back, carpentry centers going this way. 1. Let's change that actually to furniture base. Yeah, let's see what happens if I put, copy that. 2, 3, 4. And then copy that one. 1, 2, 3. Connect all of this up. Do I want a warehouse in here? Warehouse looks like a good idea, as long as it has the right catchment for it. Ooh, just. Pop a warehouse in there to keep everything ticking over. Fix this piece of road that isn't actually connected. And drop the road in there. Right, so I have lumber mills, which will be producing wood for my carpentry centres. I suspect I'm going to need a lot more lumber yards. And they will produce furniture bases. It will be producing 2 every 30 days. So let's see how we go on. I'm hopeful that this will start to give me a balance. I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of potentially 16 plank factories, so we can expand out the sides if required. We'll see how it goes. So the planks should start grabbing stuff very soon. So we're going to be using these furniture bases to primarily produce car seats in Chillingham. That's going to be the goal. Meanwhile, we're going to start... We've got plenty of lumber here, so we're going to need to start producing bases here as well. I'm going to go back to back. Planks is what I want, yep. So we'll copy that. 2, 3, 4, 5. And how are we going to connect this? We're going to just connect you along there. Down like that. And up. Like so. And then to tie it all together, we'll drop a warehouse in. Yeah, I want to pop it. Do I want to put it there? Be careful of. Yeah, if I go up the way, so if I pop it here. Right, so that should start kicking everything off. And one thing I do need to do is make sure that that is set to manual and still delivers to the truck depot. 10 closed to Chillingham. Now, unfortunately, June 19th. Oh, we're accepting that one. Truck depot. Contracts. Because whilst I'm not delivering the correct amount of summer clothes, I can make 14 million just by completing this contract. Hopefully. Right, so the clothes will be delivered at some point. So where are we? Well, we're starting to see the start of our car come into shape. So this collection of furniture-based smalls here is going to be for car seats. The diodes, copper wire, and you're out of sand. No, out of coal. No, out of storage. Yeah, I really got to stop just getting off on tangents. Sorry. So the diodes and copper wire and furniture bases here are going to start making radio receivers, 2 components of the car. So again, it's going to be some solid foundations. This video did feel a little bit like I've spent a long time sitting there scratching my head, so apologies for that. But there's a lot going on, and when you consider the complexity of the car prototype, which involves multiple different industries, you can appreciate that you're going to have to stop and think for a little while. So in our next videos, we'll expand upon the work we've been doing here. We'll get the radio receiver factory started in this area. We'll start converting our summer clothes, no more Hawaiian shirts, to making car seats. So that'd be 2 solid things in place. And then we'll start thinking about the metal industry we need for the car and so forth. We're just going to wait for this contract to be completed, because the huge amount of cash we'll probably get from it, 14.12 million, is actually going to set us up quite nicely for the rest of the game. Obviously it's not going to be the contract that wins the game for us, but it is going to give us a lot of room to move around. So we have delivered 6 out of 10. We're just waiting for the remainder, which is for some reason waiting for dye yet again. Which is strange, because like grapes have plenty of water, but they're not delivering. And I think it's just because the warehouse is full of grapes. It is berries even. Got plenty of light fabric as well, and fibers. So one of the things we will do before we actually shut this industry down is to sell off everything, including the back stock, for anything that we don't need, because we're going to need cotton and furniture bases for the thing, so everything else can be sold. So I've got one more Hawaiian shirt to deliver on this contract, and that should be going very soon. And we will look at the next episode of completely re-engineering Chillingham's industry so we can start making car seats. And we've got a huge buffer of furniture based smalls here, so we'll be in a good position to do that. Alright, so I think the last truck will be delivering the shirts off. Perfect, so that's 14.12 million. So, thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like. If you disliked it, feel free to dislike it. Any comments at all? Again, you're hearing my plan, so if you can come up with anything that will help, or you think will help me improve the way I play, etc., please leave a comment in the comment section. And if you want to see more of these videos and get notified, please click subscribe. And that just leaves me to say I wish you a very good day, and I look forward to welcoming you back to my next video. Thank you very much.